Now, one of their players that wasn't there, Marcus Williamson. Cornerback, nickelback, out of a school, Westerville and South and Central Ohio. I've always really liked Marcus. I found him to be a really nice guy. I worked pretty hard. It hadn't really worked out for him playing all that much at Ohio State, but this year he got a shot, played a lot of nickelback in some big games. And, apparently, he didn't travel to the game. And maybe the coaches said, we're going to go with some younger guys in the Rose Bowl. Do you want to come and play some special teams? You're not going to play that much, but you want to be a leader. You came back. You said you were selfless and all these things. Well, apparently he didn't want to come. During the game, he's tweeting out about the exploitation at Ohio State. They're treating, especially when Urban was there, they're taking advantage of these guys, mostly black players, and hinted at racism. And it's during the game. So none of even the current team knows what's going on. But I will say this. I was happy to see other teammates or other former Ohio State players who played under Urban, who played with him or just right outside of him, come out and say, listen, this isn't true. When they racism there, it was hard, really tough. It's hard for everybody. And I was talking with Cardell Jones about this today. He's like, when guys, they say it's hard now and it makes them feel bad. He's like, all of a sudden, some of the black dudes now say it's racist. He's like, it's hard for everybody. And this was a guy, Cardell Jones. He's like, I made it as hard on myself as I possibly could early on at Ohio State. Like, but I never felt like anything I was getting I really didn't deserve. I just didn't understand it at the time of how I was being treated. But I never felt like I was being exploited or there was any racism involved. And heck, now they have the NIL stuff. And so we can argue about coach guys getting paid from school and things like that happening. But at the end of it as well, you have the opportunity with your marketability to reap some of the reward back if you're good enough and talented enough to do it. So I saw that. Like, I like Marcus. It was bewildering to me. Obviously, me being a white guy, like, I can't put myself in his position. All I can do is talk to other guys who played around the same time or with him and try to understand if they had similar experiences or if they witnessed any of that. And to a man, all of them said no. And so to kind of throw the hint out of racism that existed, and that's why you feel like it didn't work out for you, that's just categorically untrue, and it's looking for excuses. And that hurts. It really hurts. And it's tough to see that, especially happening at my alma mater, but really to see that happening anywhere. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it's on the player, sometimes on the coach, and sometimes there's undertones and things are happening. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just sitting here to say that just because it didn't work out doesn't mean that was the case. And that is what he was implying, and that was bad.